That led to a Lander touchdown. Landers had 5 touches on the game, and they've had 5 touchdowns. So here comes Connor now out underneath center, hash mark near side of the field. 3 men in the backfield. There's the snap. Fake the handoff. Connor takes it. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. Great defensive play there. Coming in and making that play was Gabe Harris. Harris read that perfectly, shot the gap between the tackles and got Conder. And there's going to be a loss of 1 on the play back to the 39. So that's a -1 for the quarterback from Pinedale. And they now have 4 yards total rushing in the game. So Conder comes back out after a little visit with his head coach, Clay Kundle. Under a minute to go, 46 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Same formation, only a yard further back. They're down at the 39-yard line now. Fake handoff. Conder's caught and brought down after a 1-yard gain. Coming in there for the Tigers was Carlito Gonzalez, and he made that stop. So they get the 1 yard back, and they now have 5 yards total offense. And it's 3rd down, and they need 10 yards to go. We're down to 16 seconds here in the first half. This could be the last play of the game if they come out and play it. Not sure. There's 9 seconds to go. They're not making any attempt to get up to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be the halftime score. Lander 35 and Pinedale nothing. We're at halftime here in Lander. The Lander Tigers in this 0-week game going up against the Pinedale Wranglers from the other side of the Wind River Mountain Range.
7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
The MAVEN B2, a unique optic for those who demand superior low-light performance. The B2 features an abaconic prism and an ocular-filled flattener specifically designed to handle dimly lit situations. Paired with extra low dispersion ED glass and fully multi-coated lenses, this premium optic produces clear, bright, and tack-sharp images. Experience the full-size B2 7x45, 9x45, and 11x45 binocular and discover what you've been missing.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back, Lander Tigers, and welcome back, high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County Sports. Hi, I'm John with TETON Therapy. At TETON Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to TetonTherapyPC.com to book your free consultation today.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms.
Okay, back again. It's halftime at Bill Bush Stadium in Lander. Lander 35 and Pinedale nothing. Lander scored first at the 7:10 mark of the first period on a 1-yard run by Zach Larvey. A 5-play, 55-yard drive. The Tigers' extra point by Weaver, and it was 7-0. Lander scored again with a nice 38-yard run after they stopped Pinedale in 4 straight plays. They got the punt at the 33-yard line, or at the 38-yard line, and Weaver took the first handoff, went to his left side on a jet sweep, and scored. And he added the extra point that made it 14-0. Then the Tigers held Pinedale again to 4 plays. They got the ball at the 25-yard line on a very, very short kick. And in 3 plays later, they were in the end zone again. And this time it was a pass by Stauffenberg to Brown. Matisse Weaver with the extra point, 21-0 Tigers. Then in the second period of play, Smith Velarde got into the action for the Tigers on a 2-play, 5-yard drive after a blocked punt. And the Tigers then took a 28-0 lead with the Weaver PAT. And then with 2:19 to go here in the first half, Smith Velarde took it in from 2 yards out. Tell you what, that was the longest drive of the Tigers. They went 7 plays for 40 yards with that 2-yard run by Smith Velarde. Matisse Weaver with the PAT, and that's where we are here at halftime of 35-0. Taking a look at our statistics for the first half of play, Lander got almost all of their yards on the ground, Josh. They had a pretty good ground game going today.
You know what? It all started up front with the big guys on the line. You could tell just looking at the sideline that the Tiger team is significantly larger than Pinedale's, not only number-wise but stature and size-wise. And that was the big advantage for the Tigers. They were open up lanes, and Weaver and Harris were able to just interstate wide lanes, not just little pick and pass. Bull rush right through, and it had good secondary blocks as they got past the line into linebackers to help continue just spread it wide open for them.
And Matisse Weaver, the leading rusher for Lander at halftime. He's carried 5 times, 69 yards. Zach Larvey twice for 31 yards. We have one 10-yard carry by the quarterback Stauffenberg, and Harris had that one 9-yard run that Smith that put everything up. And then Smith Velarde had 6 yards. He had a 2-yard TD, and he had a 4-yard TD. So he has a total of 6 yards in the first half. Stauffenberg was 2 of 5 in the passing department. His 2 targets were Brown with 10 yards and Gwena with 6 yards. So the Tigers had a total of, I forgot to add those 6 yards in, 11 carries. 11 carries for 125 yards. on the ground, 2 of 5 for 16 yards. So that is, let's see, 16, and that is 4, carry the 34. So 144 total offense by the Tigers. And on the ground, Pinedale only had 9 carries for a total of 5 total yards. They did not complete a pass. So the Tigers leading 35-0 here at halftime, Josh. And it seems like the crowd has grown a little bit since we started.
Crowd has grown. The sun's starting to go down, so is the temperature. It's getting a little bit more manageable out here. Not too cold, not too hot. It's pretty nice.
As I mentioned earlier, the Pinedale Wranglers are a member of the Class 2A West division. Their colors are green and orange. They were state champions in 1970 and 1975. In 1970, their coaches were Gail Tuggle and Randy Klatt. They had 2 guys running the program. And in 75, Gene Andrews led them to their second state championship. Last year, as I mentioned, the Pinedale Wranglers only 1-6. Head coach Clayton Kundle is in his 3rd year. He has a 3-13 record. The Lander Tigers, on the other hand, they come from the Class 3A East Division in Wyoming high school football. Their colors are green, white, and black, and they have won state championship, and that was coached by Bill Bush in 1948, and that's how the stadium got to be named Bill Bush Stadium. The Tigers last year were 6-3, and they lost a heartbreaker in the quarterfinal game to the Powell Panthers right here in Lander. Head coach John Scott is now in his 4th year with a 17-10 record. And let's go over our starting lineups for the Tigers, if you would, Josh.
Sure.
Brought to you by Sutherland Lumber.
Starting at quarterback for the Tigers, we have number 10, Brennan Stauffenberg. He's a 6'2", 185-pound junior. Also, as a defensive back and backup quarterback, we have Bodie Moffitt. He is a sophomore, number 12, 5'10", 140 pounds. Jonah Brown is a senior. He'll be starting at wide receiver and defensive back. And Robert Coivapalo, number 15, senior, 5'11". He's going to be starting tight end and defensive end. Tiso Gwena, number 22, senior. He is a wide receiver and a defensive back. 5'7" receiver, so he'll be a little bit smaller on the edge there. I have another senior, Zach Larvey, number 35. He'll be your starting running back and defensive end. And Matisse Weaver, who we saw a lot in the first half with some big carries on the line. Number 37, junior. He'll be starting running back and linebacker. On your offensive and defensive line, you have junior Jesse Dollard, number 56. Number 57, senior Frank Armejo. You have Ernesto Cabriales, number 58. He's a senior. He'll be on both lines. And also the second largest on the line at 255 pounds. Number 59, Carlito Gonzalez, senior as well, offensive and defensive line starter. And your last member on the line, the largest kid on the line, Cody Cunningham, number 75, 5'9", 275. He's a junior this year. He'll be on the offensive and defensive line for the Tigers.
And he has some fans in the stands here. We keep hearing the big cheer for Cody.
Keep hearing his name, so he's got quite the fan section here.
Yeah, big number 75 for the Lander Tigers. Now the third quarter is going to be a little different, Josh. They're going to start at the 40-yard line and just go toward the end zone. Each team gets a shot at that. So, and again, this is just an opportunity to run some plays, get a little experience. This is a 0-week game, and it's actually a scrimmage. And so here comes Ziegler Connor out for the Pinedale Wranglers. They start at the Lander Valley 40-yard line. They've got receivers split out. One man in motion to the right. Handoff goes up the middle, nothing doing. Boy, we talked about Cody Cunningham. And he was there. Also coming up with that tackle, I believe that was Frank Armejo, Josh.
Saw Frank Armejo in there as well as number 15, Robert Cuevapalo. He was there stuffing up the middle again, like we talked about, the size advantage. The Tiger defense is pushing the offensive line backwards for Pinedale. They can't get anywhere on that triple option.
No, their largest gain of the game was 5 yards. They've done that twice, but then they've also had losses that have moved them back out of positive yardage. Okay, second down, 10 yards to go at the center of the field, right at the 40-yard line of the Tigers. Connor brings him out, one man in motion. He keeps the ball, cuts to his right side, off tackle, goes for about, 3 yards, Cody? Or not Cody. Yeah.
Throwback to earlier. That's all good.
Yeah.
That's all good.
All right.
New faces, new places. We're all getting used to it.
Josh Henninger has 3 yards on that gain, right, Josh?
3 yards on that gain. Looked like it was Ernesto Cabriales with the tackle for the Tigers.
8 total yards now. And, of course, this is the deepest penetration that Pinedale's had all day long. It's because in the second half you start at the 40-yard line.
I was going to say it also helps when you start in the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Third down, about 7 yards to go. Same formation, under center. There's the handoff to Jensen. Nothing doing there. He's caught behind the line of scrimmage, and I think they're going to give him no gain on the play, Josh.
He got walloped on that. I mean, you had 2 up the middle, 1 up the near side on the edge. The quarterback turned around and he almost handed it off to the Tiger defensive player.
Yeah,
no idea where he's going.
That was amazing. It was a 3-yard loss, or they're going to call it a 2-yard loss on that play. So that moves Pinedale's total yardage now to 6 yards. 7:45 to go, third period. 35-0 Lander. Now in the fourth period, Josh, we're going to have a little different scenario where the sub-varsity players are going to come out and have a chance to run some plays here in the fourth quarter.
Good opportunity to see the JV kids, see how they do, get them warmed up for the season as well.
The 5'11 senior quarterback, Ziegler Connor, back under center. Fakes, pass downfield, almost caught. It was a little bit too low, and Jensen was on the receiving end of that. He just kind of bounced on the ground before it got to him, Josh.
He turned around, he was ready for it. Unfortunately, it was thrown just a little bit short.
So the Tigers now get the ball at the Pinedale 40-yard line. And we'll go the other way. Tigers going from left to right. 7:14 to go in the third. It's 35-0 Lander. And the Tigers will be on offense here as we get their first possession. Coming in at the quarterback is the 6'2 junior, Brendan Stauffenberg. Big fan club here for Cody Cunningham, isn't there?
Looks like the entire student section is cheering for him.
And there's a handoff, goes over to the right side. Zach Larvey's got it. He has a first down inside the 30, the 25, down to about the 22-yard line. Nice gain there by Larvey of 18 yards. So his statistic is gaining some stats here. So he is now up to 44 yards on the ground. First down for the Tigers. Stauffenberg up to the line. 6:57 to go here, third period.
That slot receiver's not covered.
No, he isn't. And he sees him. Here's the pass down to the end zone.
Oh, darn it.
Off of his fingertips, Tisso Gwena almost had it for the Tigers. You called that one right away. There was no one there.
That was a big defensive lapse for Pinedale.